right, welcome back everybody to another edition of Dollar Bin Digging. This week I am going to be looking ahead towards the Snake Eyes Origins movie because I'm looking forward to it. I know it's a little weird seeing Snake Eyes' face, and I think he's even talking, which also is kind of strange for the character, but I'm going in with an open mind. I'm a fan of G.I. Joe. I'm a fan of Storm Shadow. I'm a fan of Snake Eyes. I'm looking forward to this, and this movie has a bunch of characters I would like to see, from Scarlet to Baroness to a lot of things. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it ends up being decent. That's all I'm hoping for. Just give me decent. Give me Mortal Kombat, which was not the best movie in the world, but it was entertaining. I just want to be entertained. I don't think I'm asking for much. So please make sure you like, subscribe, hit that alert button so you don't miss any of the content on my channel. Please, make sure you bookmark comicbookinvest.com, where you can find the article, this Dollar Bin Digging article, every Friday, and then my Dollar Bin Finds article every Monday as well, where I show off the books that I'm actually picking up in the stores and not just books that I think are a good idea based on a topic, which is what I'm doing here. And again, that topic is Snake Eyes. So hang in there and we'll be right back with a couple of books. Well, as I said, I am looking forward to Snake Eyes. I think he's a great character, and I am going in open-minded to this one. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I do like the guy that they cast. I think he can pull it off. I think it's Henry Gould. I don't know if I'm saying his name properly. I have trouble with names a lot, but I don't know. Looks like it could be interesting. I love the idea of, the clan and the backstory in this origins for the character, as well as Snake Eyes. And it's got me, thinking about a few things we might be able to see. I am a fan of G.I. Joe. I love this stuff since I was a kid. I had so many figures, it was ridiculous. I wish I still had them and didn't get rid of them in my college years as I did, but, what are we going to do? We all make mistakes. We all, got rid of some of the things we loved as a kid when we thought we had outgrown them. And then come to find, as we're an adult, we miss them. But I'll deal with the new ones. I'll go with the classifieds for now and collect these. These are good enough for me for right now. Now, what are some books that we might want to keep an eye out for related to Snake Eyes in this upcoming movie? Now, G.I. Joe 26 and 27 are books that have been known for a while. Like, people have been specking on Snake Eyes for ages. So these are the easiest to find, but you can still find them in dollar bins. There's, regulars, there's newsstands, there's even comic packs. There's a Snake Eyes comic pack that I believe has issue 2, 26, and 27 that you can still sometimes find. I have a couple sitting around here somewhere that also have reprints of these in them, which are kind of cool. Because again, I think 27 has a second print at the very least. And the reason why you want to get that origin is because then they start talking about the backstory with the clan, with the Hardmaster, who is a character I'm sure we will probably see in this movie in some way, because he is one of the masters that trained both Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. I believe he's related to Storm Shadow. I think it's his uncle, possibly. I think it's his uncle. So there was Hard Master and there was Soft Master. I mean, they might change a lot of this stuff around for the movies to make it a little bit more palatable for the casual viewer and not, crazy comic book toy, kid collectors from back in the day, where you can just tell all kinds of craziness and it didn't matter because kids are just going to eat it up and want all of it anyway. So those books are going to be tough to find, but I felt still it was pertinent to mention them, that you want to keep an eye out for those Snake Eyes books, because those are ones that sometimes you can find buried in those boxes. But these days, G.I. Joes are tough. They're tough to find at the dollars. I've been looking, but it's getting to be slim pickings these days. So I had to rack my brain and think about some other things that you might be able to look out for in those boxes. And one of those things I've seen quite a bit of is this Devil's Due miniseries. There's two of them actually, but this Master and Apprentice mini that kind of focuses on the I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the Arkashi, the clan, Snake Eyes' clan, Storm Shadow's clan, the Ninja clan that this symbol here is all about. Now, in this Master and Apprentice miniseries, this is in the future. This is not an origin story, so this is something that maybe they do in a later movie, a follow-up movie. Who knows? Who knows if they'll get to any of this stuff, but it's still kind of a fun thing to grab, for a buck. Issue 1 had a couple of cool covers. The second print was the black and white, and the third print was the basically this logo, this this arm tattoo that it's become quite famous to people of my age, kids of the 80s. Issue 2, 3, and 4. It's 4-issue mini, and issue 4 has a second print that features one of the characters inside. And this book is pricey and hard to find. So if you find this #4 second print, make sure you scoop it up because this is like a $100 book if you can find it. So just something to keep an eye out for. I wasn't aware of it until doing a little bit of research and digging into this stuff. So I'm not sure if everybody else knows about this book too, but it's definitely one to keep your eye out for. So this Master and Apprentice series, like I said, it's a decent read, and it's something that maybe we get to down the line. There's also a Master and Apprentice 2 sequel series as well, which I think is another 4 issues. So yeah, scoop them both up if you can find them for cheap, just because, hey, you never know. Now, another fun topic, along with the G.I. Joe and thinking of the Snake Eyes and the ninjas, is Ninja Force. Now, Ninja Force, they started out with the toys. I think it was like 1992. Very bright colors. I mean, because, you know, what screams ninja like some bright pinks and hot pinks and neon colors, right? So Storm Shadow, which this figure here in the the classified kind of harkens back to a little bit, is that Ninja Force kind of style, which is kind of cool. It is a cool outfit. I won't lie there for Storm Shadow, but maybe not his best, but still an interesting one. And you can see that first run of Ninja Force. I think there was two waves of this. The first one had 6 figures, and they weren't the most creative of names. I mean, but many G.I. Joe characters were like that. They were just very basic. They just said who they were, what they did, you know. So Dojo is a very basic name. Like, oh, well, what has to deal with like ninjas and karate? Well, how about Dojo? Well, let's name a guy Nunchuck. Why not? And they slice and dice. Not the most creative of names, but still pretty cool little action figures and an interesting little team. And there's a good run that you can sometimes find in those boxes. It's late in the G.I. Joe run, which ends at 155. So again, late run issues. Pretty much any G.I. Joe, like post 100, is a decent grab for $1 if you can find it. I know that's a third of the run, but I might as well just say any G.I. Joe these days is worth the grab for $1, as long as it's not all chewed up. But this run with Ninja Force started in, what is this, 135? So it actually retitled G.I. Joe with Snake Eyes and the Ninja Force for a few issues. And it's a fun little story. Again, a lot of bright colors, and the art may not be the best of the run, but hey, it's serviceable. It is what it is. These books, I think, came out in '93, like a year after the toys. So the toys came first, and then they put this stuff in the comics for them. And then, 135, then 136 had a pretty cool Scarlet and Cobra Commander cover. And then, we have 137. So you got Snake Eyes versus Scarlet. They love to play with the logos back then, which I think is another interesting touch, is when they play with the trade dress. And then the last issue in the Ninja Force run, there is 138. And I think 139 is where they start that Transformers crossover, which is another one to keep an eye out for. But we're not going to talk about that today because I don't think we're crossing over the greater Hasbro verse just yet. I think they really need to cover their bases and, introduce these characters properly or reintroduce them, because I'm not sure if this Snake Eyes is going to be tied to that original G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe Retaliation universe they started. Probably not, but hey, who knows what they might do and what they might retcon, right? And then for my last pick, I'm just going to go basically with a cover. This cover is gorgeous. It's fantastic. Anytime you can get a Delato, I'm usually a fan, and especially Delato on G.I. Joe. And his cover for G.I. Joe #1 is really cool to me. It's a wraparound cover. It's one that you can sometimes find in those boxes. I think you can, it sells maybe $8 to $20, depending on the day, condition, and all that fun stuff. So it's not a super expensive book, but it's definitely one I would keep an eye out for, even just to have for yourself. Because like I said, look at this cover, like the whole wraparound, Cobra Commander in the background, and Snake Eyes with the swords. And it's gorgeous. I love it. And I love the reds, the dark. It's beautifully put together. Also keep an eye out for, there's an incentive for this, which is the sketch cover. Not a huge sketch cover fan, personally, but this is an incentive, and it is, I think it's a 1 in 25. So if you could find one, it's not the easiest book to find. I think these are actually pretty pricey on the, on eBay these days if you're looking there. But outside of that, there are some other variants as well. Apart from even the Delato here, I think is like a C cover. It's not an incentive variant, but I think it's like the C cover. There's like an A and a B and a few regular covers. And then there are some store variants, like Dynamic Forces had a cover that's not too bad, and I think that does all right. I forget what it's limited to, maybe 15 to 1800, something weird. I think it's a weird number. And this New Dimension Comics, which harkens back to G.I. Joe 21, the silent issue, is a fun cover. And I think this one was only limited to like 1,000. And it is pretty cool. If you can find that one, wherever you can find it. Find it in a cheap box or back issue box. It's definitely something to keep an eye out for, because I think that one also is well, not super pricey, but a little pricey on the back market. But definitely, again, something to keep an eye out for. I've got a few more G.I. Joe books, up here that I think are worth noticing, especially with the Ninja Force stuff. But we're going to save that for a later article, because I'm only covering 3. And those are the 3 topics and 3 books that I think you should be keeping an eye out for, basically, for right now. And I'll get back to this topic again before the movie comes out. So thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you're enjoying the content that I'm providing here. Hopefully you're reading the article over on comicbookinvest.com. And if you're watching on my channel, please like, subscribe, hit that alert button so you don't miss any of the content that I have dropping here. I'm trying to shoot for daily if I can get there. But yeah, we'll see. I'm a one-man army for the most part, but I'm bringing in a little bit of help on some of this stuff. So working with some of my friends, which is also kind of fun. So hopefully you guys are also enjoying it, because I'm enjoying myself, and it's comics after all. Let's have fun. See you guys next time.